Welcome back. This time we're tackling Megaman and Bass. I apologise for skipping the intro screen, my recording of the first stage fucked up completely. So we're jumping straight in with Cold Man. Now the reason we're doing this one is because, well, the rest of the Mega Man main series has pretty much been done. Ray's tackling the Z series. None of us have the patience to touch the Battle Network stuff. So I'm just going to pick up the oddball of the series, which is technically part of the original lot, though it's out of chronology, and fuck around with it. And because it's short and I can actually beat this damn thing eventually, even though I suck at Mega Man games. So the reason I skipped the first one is basically my recording of it died up. It's only an intro stage, same as Vile from the first X game, or pretty much any Mega Man game actually. And just for the record, this is the GBA re-released version, not the original SNES version. They're basically identical, but since there was never any Western release of the original SNES version, and I can't be fucked tracking down a good translation, using it, all that stuff. So we're going with the easy version. You see down there, those are the CDs, they're the collectible pickups for this game. However, because you've got two characters, this one, the titular Megaman and Bass, not all of them can be grabbed with every character. Not all of them can be grabbed without certain power-ups, and some of them can only be grabbed by one character with the right power-ups, and there's a few that can be grabbed by either character, but one will need more power-ups than the other. So, a little bit of back and forth. As we go through, you see a ton of spikes on the ground and the collapsible timed platform section. Bear in mind, this is the suggested first level of the game, as you see another CD up there, which I probably could have gotten but didn't bother. Health pickup, another CD. The main difference between Mega Man and Bass, and I'll elaborate on them now. Bass plays kind of like Zero, although not quite. He has no charge shot, but he can shoot pretty much any one of the cardinal directions except straight down. Mega Man is bog standard Mega Man. That's basically how it works. They have slightly different power-ups you can buy, and their agility is a bit different, but more or less the same. And we get our first sub-boss here, who I'm already shooting the crap out of. He has a giant clown snowman thing that shoots smaller snowmen at you. And yeah, jumps across. You want to take out as many of the little snowmen as is practical, because they sometimes drop power-ups and they are enemies, so they will hurt you if you run into them. Other than that, it's mostly a matter of jumping up and shooting him in the face while avoiding him when he occasionally leaps on you and tries to suck you in with his giant sucker breath. Not a particularly difficult boss fight, particularly since if you focus on taking out his allies, he does drop power-ups. Or they drop power-ups, I should say. So we drop down, we got more water. I don't know why there's that amount of water in what is supposed to be an ice level, but fuck it, I don't really care. Those screws you see me picking up are the game's currency for buying more power-ups, by the way. It's not that important yet. Now we come to the giant fuck-off turrets. Kind of annoying in this session because they are suspended next to or on, the blocks of ice that prevent you from dying horribly to the spikes. And if you get hit by those attacks, you will lose your charge. Basically a pain in the ass. Down there is an extra life and some other stuff which I haven't fully explored. It doesn't lead to the boss, however, so I'll be coming back for it later. We have killer robo penguins with jet asses, whatever the hell is going on with their feet there. Clearly robo animal cruelty of some description. You see me completely botch that jump and land on the spiked enemy. Here you want to go underneath because if you go over the top, you have a tricky jump to get down without being hit by the penguin that's down here. And those are the ice launchers. They don't directly hurt you. They will hurt you if they slam you up against something. But they're also necessary for making several of the jumps in this section. Not that these are particularly hard jumps, but as you see, I'm abusing the fact that I can maintain a charge shot more or less indefinitely. Hurting the penguins into one area because fuck penguins. I don't know why, I just don't like the little bastards, as you see me completely screw up and get smacked in the face by one of them. And now we're at the boss, who is, as the aforementioned titular, Cold Man. It's his level, so there'd better fucking be a Cold Man at the end of it. Quite an easy boss pattern for the first half. His main attack is, as you see there, he conjures a spike of ice and throws it at you. So it's basically Sub-Zero sodomy if you land on it. And then he'll leap in a little bit closer and keep doing the same thing. The ice things protect him, and he does have a slight bit of invincibility, so you've got to go over. At half health, he stops using that, and he starts summoning those little cloud guys you can see up the top. You need to kill them, because if they touch you, they grab on, stop you firing, stop you jumping properly, and slow you down. He also has a slight few frames of invincibility after sending back his icicle, so the best strategy at this point is to hug the wall, charge up and let him have it. That's all there is to it. As you see me botch another jump and get impaled by a giant ice dildo right there. And that's the end of Cold Man. Now, this game actually sets up its boss runs a little differently. Normally in Mega Man you get either the first 4 and last 4, or you get access to all 8 and you go wherever you like. This one initially gives you 3 of them unlocked. Each one of the first 3 you beat leads to a different set of 2 extra bosses. So you can sort of go through it in whatever order you like, but you're more constrained than you normally are. At the moment, I only had 3. By beating Cold Man, I've unlocked Burner Man and 1 other guy. So it makes plotting the order of 8 a little bit more interesting, a little bit more difficult sometimes. As you see the map there, you see one of them only leads to 1, the other 2 lead to 2. And we'll be back next time to go screw with Burner Man's shit, because he's the fire-aligned boss and we just got the ice weapon.